PodGis. Hi, hello everyone. Check, check. 1, 2. Put on your finest cloth. Put on your finest cloth or put on your most breathable cloth. How about that? Don't don't just throw on any cloth. Throw on something breathable today. Why don't you? And sit down. Are you sitting? Then let's begin. Make sure you're seated. This podcast, just gonna warn you, this is not for standing. Do not stand. Do not come. Do not come. There's a video of I was about to call her Condoleezza Rice. No, there's a video of who's the Kamala Harris, where she goes, "Do not come. Do not come." And then it cuts to Donald Trump and he goes, "I'm gonna come." And it's just a couple of clips that are edited together beside each other. But let me tell you, it's really funny. And this is coming from someone who is certainly not a fan of Donald Trump, but that video makes me laugh so hard. Just do not come. Do not come. I'm gonna come. You know, it's okay to laugh during the absolute collapse of the American Empire. It's okay to laugh. We will laugh all the way to the bank, said the billionaires. I'm not gonna laugh to the bank because I don't stand to gain anything from the collapse of the American Empire at all. So, America, can you figure it out, please? Can you get your shit together, please? Jesus Christ. Anyways, it's day 1495 on PodGis, just trying to find her lip shade. She's still struggling. I know you didn't notice because it's just a gloss. Actually, I did put lipstick on. Maybe you can see it. Maybe it's there. I don't know. I don't think it is. I can't find my lip shade. I just can't. There's one lipstick that I like, but it's dark. And I don't know. And then there's a red one, but then who am I? Taylor Swift? What the crumb and heck am I? Who do I think I am? Taylor Swift? Not even close. I don't think I'm Taylor Swift. I know I'm not Taylor Swift. Come on now. Yeah, I would never dare. You know? How are you today? Oh my God. Hey, I just realized it's been a very long time since I've done an episode. It's been a very long time since I've done an episode, you guys. I'm going to talk with the lower part of my mouth like this. It's going to help with my S's and T's and stuff. It's going to help with my S's and T's if I open my mouth like this. What is that icon doing on my desktop? I don't need to shop for supplies. HP Envy printer. I think you're a useless piece of shit. Everybody out there who has a useless piece of shit printer scanner that you never use anymore because they program these things to be obsolete, and now all of a sudden every time you try and print something or every time you try and link it to your PC, sometimes you switch over your software on your PC and all of a sudden your printer's like, I don't know who this is, I don't trust you, I ain't doing shit. And then your printer just doesn't want to ever print anymore because it's like, I'm a Wi-Fi printer. And you're like, okay, Wi-Fi printer, connect to my Wi-Fi like you've done for the past 8 years that I've had you. It's like, I don't trust you. And I'm like, what changed, printer? My printer is like an American voter. My printer is like a QAnon guy who's just out of nowhere just like, I don't trust nobody. I don't trust the government. Maybe not even QAnon. It's like anybody who saw Trump get shot or whatever and immediately was like, oh, someone threw glass at him. I don't trust nothing. And I'm not making fun of people who think that it was a scam because I've seen uh, a lot of people thinking out loud. I've seen a lot of theories. You know what? I don't even want to indulge them because some of them sound a little bit too eager to be suspicious of everything he does. And, but also, wouldn't his ear be absolutely fucking shredded by an AR bullet? I don't know. You know? How's my voice? I've been trying. But it still doesn't sound particularly authentic quite yet. And maybe it's still a little forced. But so maybe I just need to breathe through it or something. Maybe I just need to breathe and be sexy, guess. Okay, I'm not gonna kick it off with no voice stuff. You guys hear me do that every fucking episode. It's been a month maybe. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've done an episode, and I apologize to all of you out there for all the waiting you've been doing. That's a lot of waiting. Good for you for waiting. Thanks for being so patient. I have new fans. Hello, welcome, new fans. And I have old fans. Hello there. Hello, usual hello to old fans. Hello again, once more. Once more onto the breach, old friends. If you're new and you're watching this PodGis, first of all, the umbrella is for lighting. Just so you know. Sorry it took me 6 minutes to reveal that, look at this. God, my skin is really nice, but the lighting when I don't have this umbrella, it looks harsh. It looks like I'm about to be blown to smithereens by, it's like the scene from Terminator where the lady's at the fence and she's like, no, and she's screaming, and then she gets blown to smithereens and you see her skeleton, which, if you're gonna get blown to smithereens, why is your skeleton perfectly preserved? What nuclear warhead eviscerates all your flesh, but your bones still survive? I don't know about that still. But anyways, the umbrella is for lighting, because as you can see, it just does something to my complexion. And I don't know, my skin just looks more radiant with this thing. It's obnoxious, but it makes for an interesting thumbnail. I think it makes for an interesting thumbnail. But why wouldn't you wear this umbrella? Because it gets rid of the white, and it makes for an interesting thumbnail if you want to do it. So anyways, hi, welcome, new fans, and guess, I'm already wet. Thighs are already soaking up my computer chair. There we go. Yep. Computer chair's already drenched. Yep. Can't find a comfortable position. Because the chair's wet. Chair's already wet. Thighs are soaked. We're just gonna power through this. I'm only 8 minutes in, and the chair is soaked. We're gonna power through. This thing. I've been sitting on my butt all day working on my American work visa, and let me tell you, when I sit on my butt for long periods of time, I get ready for the TMI train, choo-choo, has left the station. I get butt acne if I've been sitting on my ass for too long. And let me tell you, I'm having the worst flare-up of all time because I have to sit at my desk all fucking day putting together this goddamn American work visa. Don't you know? So I hope you're all happy. I don't know why you would be. Maybe you're a hate watcher. I don't know. If you are, you got a lot of time on your hands, and I kind of feel bad for you, because that's really pathetic that you would watch full hour-long plus episodes of PodGis just to commiserate with yourself about how much you don't like me. That's weird. Think about that a little bit, maybe. Or not. Keep watching, punk. All right. Turning on the fan. Fan's turning on. Fan's turning on. Gotta air out the bottom of my thighs. There we go. Okay. Here we go. There we go. I'll do the podcast like this, with my legs way up on this floor fan, and it just blasting air into my chode. Thanks, floor fan. Okay, shit, man, I've wasted too much time. It's been maybe a month-ish since the last episode. I intended on doing like an immediate episode after the special came out, but I got caught up in life, and I won't make any excuses. It just, I could not. I did not. And please forgive me, but I'm back. And I'm just, we're all doing our best out there, okay? So Ava's got to fight her demons, and sometimes that means PodGis might not come out. Plus, I'm still recalibrating. I'm still considering my options. One of them being Patreon, which I think the first thing I'm going to do on this Patreon is a commentary, not direct. I keep wanting to say director's commentary, just a artist's commentary on my special. Me watch special, me talk over special, me make jokes, me enlighten you into some background information on special, me pause special, me say the origins of the jokes, or what I was thinking in the moment on stage while I was delivering this. There's some improv-y moments that I can take you. I can take you not only behind the scenes of the special, I can take you in betwixt the scenes. I can put you in front of the scenes. We will have an omnipresent, we will be like gods. I'm going to call it god-like commentary, because we're going to be at all times in all places. We are going to be omniscient over this special, okay? And the more I talk about it, the more I have to do it. So I'm going to do that eventually. This Patreon, I think, is going to get launched with a director's commentary over my special. So if you're a real Val head, working title, I don't know if I like it. Just tried it on. Don't know if I like it. You let me know if Val head works, or if we're going to keep looking. We'll keep looking. If you're a fangis, that could be fun. Fangis. I like fangis. If you are a fangis, then that will be the thing for you, is a Patreon of my special. Anyways, so much to talk about. Toronto is flooded today. It is currently almost midnight. 3 minutes to midnight. It's almost midnight. It's almost July 17th. If you're watching this the day it comes out, see, look, surprise, motherfucker. This is me doing it last minute, because I've been sitting on my butt collecting acne all day, working on my portfolio. Anywho, what was I getting? Toronto is flooded. There was a Noah's Ark-esque Old Testament God-like rainfall here in the city. Oh, Old Testament God. He was real pissed. I started gathering animals 2 by 2. That's how scared I was. That's how scared I was. I gathered animals 2 by 2. I didn't get very far. I found a couple bugs. I don't even know what kind they are. They look like horseshoe crabs. Like really tiny horseshoe crabs. I got 2 of them, but I squished them by accident. Couldn't find a dog. I would have had to kidnap 2 dogs. Noah's Ark is the dumbest fucking story in the Bible. And that's saying something. Just gonna say it. If you believe Noah's Ark literally happened, I immediately think you are a dumb person, and everything that you say afterwards, I do not hold in any sort of regard whatsoever. Your legitimacy, if you believe that Noah's Ark really, truly, real life happened, then you are I I'm not gonna believe a word that comes out of your mouth henceforth. You're really gonna have to make it up. Anyways, if you okay, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on from that because I feel like most people would be on the same page as me. If you're listening to this podcast and you literally think the story of Noah's Ark is true, I'm gonna straight up say it. I'm welcoming to all fans of all types, but you are not welcome. I don't discriminate based on intellect for listeners to my pod. Lord knows I'm not the sharpest fish in the drawer. But if you believe in Noah's Ark, I'm just gonna draw a hard line and say, I don't want you. Anyways, is that judgy? I think I'm allowed to be judgy about one thing. I'm very careful not to be too judgy on this podcast, and every time I catch myself being judgy, I analyze. Where does that come from? Who gives me the right? What gives me the right to judge? And then and if you're a longtime listener, you know I dissect and I break it down and I question myself, but I'm just gonna I'm gonna stick to my guns here. If you believe that Noah's Ark is true, you're a fucking idiot, and I don't need you around here. Whee! Toronto is flooded with a Noah's Ark level of water. And here's a question that I have. Every once in a while, I mean, especially in instances like these, if in the case of in the case of a great flood, if you live in a city like I do, like Toronto with a hard T, the highways get flooded, and you always see pictures of at least one car just floating, stranded in the middle of. You just see the hood poking out, and you think, why? What happened? How did you get in this predicament? You know? Like, I'm willing to bet, okay, I'm willing to give some consideration, some doubt to extenuating circumstances, people who may have, I don't know, been stranded there and then stranded there. You know, maybe there's situations that I can't even I can't even come up with anything because it's always like one or two cars. So that would surely mean that since you're the only ones who got caught, it wasn't a matter of like a surprise flash flood or something like that. It was like you were warned not to go on the highway. You went anyways. You pulled up to this river flowing across the highway, and you thought to yourself, if I just get a head start, if I just back up maybe like 50 meters, if I just get a good head start and I just gun it, I could hydroplane across this thing like a slip and slide to the other side. My axe throwing team needs me. I can't be late. You know? How do you get stuck in there? And you know, a part of me has got to wonder, surely there must be some sort of emergency. Maybe you have a loved one in the hospital, and maybe there's blind spots, sympathetic blind spots that I'm missing that would account for why someone would find themselves stranded in the water. But the last time something like this happened in Toronto, there was like a Lamborghini. It was like a famous picture. It was somebody abandoned their Lambo. Somebody abandoned their Lambo. Abando Lambo under a bridge, and like they tracked this person down. It was a big story, and they were like, yeah, I had to catch a flight, so I just left my Lamborghini and Uber and like walked past the water and ordered an Uber and got to the airport to catch my flight. So this person just abandoned their fucking 6-figure sports car, high-end sports car. We're like, I'll deal with it later. Rich people are fucking assholes. Rich people, I'll say it again, are fucking assholes. If you're rich enough to abandon your Lambo and be like, ain't no thing, gotta catch my flight, bye, I'm gonna leave this thing in the middle of the, well, I wanted to say road, but I'm gonna leave this thing in the middle of this makeshift creek that has just appeared in the middle of the downtown core of Toronto. Bye. My Lamborghini is someone else's problem now. You are an asshole. You're a big piece of shit floating around in the toilet. You're a big old turd. You're not even in the toilet. You are a human excrement floating down a river past an abandoned Lamborghini in Toronto's downtown core. If you're that rich, you're an asshole. Abando Lambo with your stupid abando Lambo. Anyways, if any of you listeners know why somebody would find themselves being the only car stuck underwater on a highway, if there's some compassionate reason, then please message me, leave a comment, fucking at me on any of my platforms, and enlighten me, please, because I always welcome a sympathetic perspective. And if there is one here, I'm missing it. I couldn't possibly. Anyways, moving on. I'm having fun. Oh, okay. Right side up, phone. Thanks. Oh, I did see this on one of the news articles for the oh, I'm so wet. Yeah. On one of the articles talking about the flood in Toronto. Sorry, gotta fix the lighting. On one of the articles in here, let's do this. There we go. So you guys aren't missing me at all. Okay. We're gonna figure this out. In one of the articles about the floods in Toronto, there was a picture of, there were a bunch of people who are stranded at the water's edge, and I would assume these are people who like did not heed, or maybe, I'll be generous, did not hear of any warnings about the flooding on the highway, and they were stranded at the water's edge, and there was a picture of them eating pizza. They had pizza delivered. Now my question is, did the pizza guy deliver that on a boat? Does Pizza Hut have a legion of speedboats, rowboats around? Or were these selfish motherfuckers, these selfish pieces of shit, did they order delivery, have the pizza guy drive up to where they were, and now the pizza guy's fucking stuck because you got hungry, because you didn't plan ahead, and now you're you know what I mean? How did they get pizza delivered? Unless it's by drone, that means that some poor pizza guy is now stuck with these assholes. And at that point, you owe the guy at least 1 or 2 slices. You know what I'm saying? Just logically, I'm trying to figure that out. That makes sense to you, right? How did they have pizza delivered if they're stuck? It's like any kind of sitcom where like people are locked on one side of a door and they're like, help, we can't get out. And their friend comes in and he's like, I came to save you guys. And then the door shuts behind him and he's like, okay, what do we do now? And they're like, no, you goof ass. Now you're stuck in here with us. Except in this case, the people probably manipulated the pizza guy. Can you imagine being stranded? I'm thinking about this from both perspectives. Imagine being, first of all, the person who called the pizza guy, and now you're sitting there. I don't know if you're feeling guilty. Maybe that depends on the person, but I would sit there feeling guilty, knowing that I have now stranded this human being. Who knows if we're going to survive this? I may have spelt that poor pizza guy's doom just because I was hungry for a slice of Hawaiian. And then imagine being the fucking pizza guy. You're like, is this really how I die? I should have called in sick. It was raining out. I wanted to stay home and play Elden Ring. When duty calls. No, what if he's like a pizza man of honor? He's like, I must always heed the call. That is the pizza guy's code. My loyalty is to the hut. Forever and always. I live and die by the hut. Alright. I've probably exhausted that. I've probably exhausted that line of comedy. Okay, bottom of my thighs are dry again. Let's sit back in position and get them sopping wet in another 5 minutes. There we go. Excuse me, bless you, thank you. That's in reference to a video that always makes me laugh every time I see it. Of some, I think he's like an NFL draft. In the middle of an interview, he sneezes. He sneezes. He says, excuse me. He says, bless you. And then he says, thank you. All to himself. I know I've talked about this before. Sometimes some of these things come up and they're super fucking funny again. Chew. Excuse me. Bless you. Thank you. He has a whole conversation with himself. He covers all his bases. What a polite young man. He's so polite. He's so polite. What a polite young man. So polite that he doesn't need anyone else to bless him when he sneezes. That guy's got all his P's and Q's covered all by himself. He's so polite he doesn't need anyone. That must be so lonely to be so polite that you never need anyone. That guy's so polite he doesn't need nobody. That's dumb. I love it. Dumb shit like that makes me so happy. Okay. I'm looking at my topics. I have a lot to catch you guys up on. That's a heavier topic. Maybe we'll see. Here's something I noticed. Well, this is fucking old news by now. This is American politics. I saw Joe Biden said something in his speech. He was like, he said, and I quote, blah, blah, blah. And he said the quote, and then he said, end of quote. And a post went viral on Twitter where they were like, this guy is so senile. He, for some reason, says end of quote. And it was like, when I checked, it was liked by 22,000 people. It was like, have you fucking morons never heard someone verbally quote something? Have you guys never heard somebody say end quote? I'm just baffled. I'm baffled at North America, just politics in general, world politics, because Canada's no peach either, and we're fucking sliding into some horse shit. And it's just the way I blame the way information is shared and the way ignorance is perpetuated in its own little echo chamber, and 22,000 people don't know that ending a quote verbally requires you saying end of quote, and they've all used that to further entrench their opinions about this presidential candidate. You could have a problem with Biden for plenty of reasons, but to ridicule him for doing proper grammar is just asinine. And there are things like that I just notice keep coming up. Let's be honest, with the fucking right wing of politics, where they're just fucking hypocrites and misinformed. Who knows what I'm misinformed about? But I'll tell you this: when it comes to academia, there is a clear pattern in who belongs where. You know what I mean? Anyways, sorry if I've offended all my right-winger listeners out there. Oh boy, I'm really coming after my right-wing fans. Okay, all right. Oh, man. There's so much I gotta come up, catch you guys up on. Okay, how's this? I watched my roommate and friend, one person, not two. It's 2024. You can be friends with your roommate. It's okay to be friends with your roommate. It's okay to be friends with your roommate. It's 2024. My roommate is also my friend. Don't be a bigot. It's 2024. My roommate and friend Steven and his girlfriend, one person also as well. So now I'm talking about two people if you're keeping track. My roommate and friend is one person, and his girlfriend is another person. That's two people. I'm not describing three people when I say my roommate and friend and his girlfriend. That's two people. You can be friends with your roommate, and your roommate, who's also your friend, can also have a partner, whoever they may be, and that's a-okay. It's 2024. Don't be a bigot. So anyways, my roommate and friend and his girlfriend are on a big Survivor kick, and they've been watching lots of seasons of Survivor. They've been marathoning lots of Survivor, and I poked my head in because I used to be a big fan. And seasons 1 through 4, I think I watched, and then I poked my head in every once in a while after that. But then I stopped because, like, I'll be honest, if it's not the mole, then I don't give a fuck about reality TV. I couldn't give less a flying fuck. I think it's all stupid. Don't get me started on The Bachelor / The Bachelorette. That makes me blood red mad. Makes me red hot. Puts some bees right in my loins. But I watched a season of Survivor. Winners at War, season 40. Good one. Good season. Fucking awesome season. Highly recommend. Great season. It was like 20 of the former winners of Survivor. How cool is that? It was great. All winners. And then they chose a winner of the winners. It was Winners at War, don't you know? Okay, but there's something that there were a lot of Survivor isms that happen every single episode where, two people will be conspiring and one of them will be like, I swear on my kids' lives. I swear on my mother's life. I swear on my daughter's life. I swear on my wife's life. I swear on my life. I swear on my life. And I think about that sometimes. Whenever people say that, what does that even mean? Is it an old colloquialism? I don't know if I didn't use that word right, but I'm gonna stick to it. I don't give a fuck. Oh, my nail matches the blue on the thing. Look, it blends right in. Cool. Um, but to say I swear on blank, I guess maybe that's like from Victorian era or whenever somebody would horse horse-drawn carriage era, Jack the Ripper era. Uh, was probably when they came up with that. But whenever somebody says I swear on blank, what what does that mean? I get that sacrilegiousness used to bear so much more significance centuries ago. But like, what does that mean, when you say you swear on something? Because these are just, every time I hear that, I'm like, these are just words. These are just words. They don't mean anything. I don't get the practical implication. What are you wagering when you say I swear on blank? Because like, are you invoking superstition? Because then if that's the case, it makes just as much sense as the words being meaningless to begin with. It's superstitious hungus bungus, when you say I swear on my daughter that I'm telling the truth, if you're not telling the truth, I assume it's a superstition that something terrible will befall your daughter. Maybe that's probably it. Now that I'm just sort of working it out in front of your eyes, I would imagine that's the explanation. But now it's 2024, okay? People can be friends with their roommates. We have progressed as a society so far that whenever somebody says, I swear on my blank, I'm like, that means nothing. I swear on this cup of water here. I swear on this jar of biotin gummies. I swear on this. Fuck you. I'm going to swear on this apple and cinnamon scented candle. Oh, I should have lit it for this PodGis so I could smell scented candle. Okay, just going to do this real quick. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, my finger. Oh, ah, oh, ow. And then I touched my leg. The fan blew the fire on my finger. Ow. 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 Ooh. That was a calamity. That was a calamity Ganon. My finger is black now. Ow. Ow. Okay. Where was I? What the fuck I was talking about? Ha. Ha. Oh yeah, swearing on stuff. I swear on the apple cinnamon scented candle. I swear on my omega-3s. Why do I have so many vitamins just splayed out onto my computer desk? I need to have a better designated area for my vitamins. Or I can just keep leaving them here. I don't know. I keep my vitamins on my computer desk. I keep my hormones over there on my computer desk. I keep a lot of things on my computer desk. Look at this. This was the first time I did Just for Laughs. I did New Faces, and the booking agent, Zoe, who booked the comics for New Faces and generally for JFL. She booked me years in a row. She's a lovely woman, and I'm grateful to her for booking me at Just for Laughs 3 years in a row. Shuka, shuka, shuka. They gave us this snow globe, very Canadian snow globe of poutine in it. Look, there's a poutine. Oh, I love it. Eating poutine in a snowstorm is ill-advised. Don't go doing that. You're not going to have a good time. It's not going to taste good. Yeah. Uh-oh. Thighs are wet. Wet thighs. Gotta dry my thighs. Gotta get dry thighs. Thighs are wet. There we go. You can still see me. Alright. Let's continue. Anyways, watching Survivor and people be like, I swear on my daughter. I would be like, that means nothing. Give me, you know what I want? Let's see. If I played Survivor, I would need something tangible and wagerable. I would be like, if you are found out to be untrue, I get to take your whole fingernail off. Maybe not an important one, but I'm still taking like a pinky. Okay? Or I get, even if it gets me, especially if it gets me voted off, then I will hunt you down and I will take a fingernail. And I'm not just gonna clip it. I'm taking the whole thing. So you better swear on your fingernails there, bud. Because let's make this shit real. Swear on your fucking fingernail. No, don't swear on your daughter. You can keep your daughter. But swear on your fingernail. Let's make this shit real and tangible. Because if you are found to be untrue, if you are found to be a liar, if you lie to me, I'm going to take your whole ass fingernail. And all the neighborhood children are going to laugh at you because your finger is going to look like you boiled it. When you come back from Survivor, all the neighborhood children are going to be like, hey, did you boil your finger in the rice pot at Survivor? Idiot. And they're going to call you idiot, and it's not going to feel good. And you're going to be like, I shouldn't have sworn on my fingernail. So there you go. I just don't get superstitious shit like that. Come on now. Next you're going to tell me you believe that God made a big giant flood that killed everybody except one guy that he liked especially. It was like, hey guy, get 2 animals, 2 kinds of every animal. And also, by the way, make a giant boat that you're going to fit all of them. Yeah, that's right, 2 dogs, every breed of canine. Yeah, go to Africa, get a couple fucking rhinos, get a couple elephants, bring them back. Hey, can you cross the ocean and find all the species native to North America and just grab 2 of them? No, you only need 2. No, you only need 2. You gotta save space on that boat. You can't take 3. Think about it, Noah. All right, you got a week. Bye. We're gonna start the rain now. Legs are dry. Thighs are dry. Ding! Thighs are dry. My thighs are dry again and I can sit back up. I'm gonna have to someday figure out a system. But this will have to do for now. Okay, what else? Okay, let's get a little serious here. Oh, okay, yeah. I hope I don't, repeat myself here. I hope I'm good at deleting these notes after I read them, so I'm not, repeating myself, Okay. So. Oh, here, let me tell you a quick little story. I saw a post about this during Pride. Happy belated Pride, by the way. Sorry I abandoned you. Yeah, it really is a month later, I think. Okay, I'm gonna say, here we go, for serious voice. I saw a post about a former fireman, Edward Thomas Ryan, who came out as gay in his obituary. So after he died, he, did I take pictures? Are there photos in my gallery? Yeah. Okay. Former fireman comes out as gay in obituary. I'll forever rest in peace. Edward Thomas Ryan, a retired firefighter and veteran from New York, died on June 1st at age 85. In his pre-written obituary, he came out as gay. I must tell you one more thing. I was gay all my life, through grade school, through high school, college, through life. Aw. I was in a loving and caring relationship with Paul Cavagnaro of North Greenbush. He was the love of my life. We had 25 great years together. Paul died in 1994 from a medical procedure gone wrong. I'll be buried next to Paul. I'm sorry for not having the courage to come out as gay. I was afraid of being ostracized by family, friends, and coworkers. Seeing how people like me were treated, I just could not do it. Now that my secret is known, I'll forever rest in peace. Yeah. So that's so powerful. That's really sad. You know, I like stories like those. It's a shame. I like to think that it would affect the right kind of people who would need to hear something like that. People, bigots, who don't know why pride needs to be a thing. Why do they have a whole fucking month? Because stories like these still exist. Because there are people out there who are so afraid to come out that they spend their entire lives hiding in shame. And what a tragedy it is. I mean, it sounds like he had boyf. He had boyf. He had a roommate and boyfriend. Can you imagine 2024? It was okay all along to be boyfriends with your roommate, you know? But where am I going with this? I think I was thinking about this. A story like this kind of makes him a tragic martyr, sort of, because as tragic as it is that his entire life was lived in the closet, there's still purpose to his okay, let me say this without judgment. There's still like a purpose to his death. And there doesn't need to be for all of us, and that's not important. You don't need to have an important death to make your life worthwhile. Everyone's life is significant, but I think the symbolism of coming out in your own obituary really drives home the tragedy of what it means to live a closeted life. And in a way, his closetedness, the tragedy of it was almost a necessity to give significance to his story, and therefore hopefully inspire somebody else in like a tragic way. I guess I'm saying, like, there's inspiring people in a triumphant way, and then in a story like that, it's a bit more on the tragic side to inspire you to like live your life authentically and to come out, or to be a better fucking ally or relative, so that the people around you who might be gay or whatever aren't going to go their entire lives hiding from you and then revealing who they are after they've gone, you know? And so I wish to think, I would love to think that a story like that would give pause to some people who have problematic opinions about the L's, G's, B's, and or T's. But with age and with my increasing cynicism and continued repeated disappointment with the way I see my fellow human beings behave, it's hard to believe, you know? Clips from my special. Hey, by the way, watch my special. What the fuck? I haven't even promoted it once. So brave. Ava Val on 800 Pound Gorilla's YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it yet, what the fuck are you doing? Go see that. What the fuck have you been doing hanging out with me right now? I'm 50 minutes in, and you're sitting here with me. Okay, maybe if you're like audio, if you're on Spotify or Apple or whatever, if you're doing the audio experience, I understand. Um, but by the way, also my album is on Spotify. You can also listen to it. It's not ideal. You should be watching it. But if listening is the best you can do, then okay, fine. But um, go, go, fucking pause this and go watch my goddamn special. Um, but surely if you're here, you've already seen my special. Here we go. Her thighs are wet. My thighs are wet, and my lips are cold. City's on flame with rock and roll. 3,000 guitars. Oh, that hurt my throat. I'm gonna hold this mic here. There we go. Right, I shouldn't be moving it because it's gonna go ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump. I forgot it's gonna go ba-dump. Whoop, I touched it. I don't want this microphone to go ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump. I should not move this microphone because it's gonna go ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump. While I air out my thighs. God. Between this umbrella lighting and putting my legs up so that I can dry off my fucking wet legs. This is a real makeshift operation. Who's in charge around here? Huh? Who's in fucking charge around here? This is bullshit. What kind of rinky-dink fucking Mickey Mouse operation is this? What the fuck am I doing holding an umbrella in one hand, cradling a microphone in my lap, legs up on a floor fan, while it's airing out my wet thighs? I tell you, menopause, don't have menopause. Don't do it. Did I tell the story of the woman who was like, someday you'll find out what menopause is like? To me, I feel like I've spoken about that. Anyways, that's the story of the guy. The closeted guy. Here's another quick one. Here's a quick one that I thought was funny. I saw a viral video. Was it viral? I don't know. I saw a video. It had enough views on it that it made me angry. That comparatively, I don't get as much attention. By the way, share my special. Please share it. Tell everybody. I want to get those views up. You know? What a shame if my video was like the least fucking viewed one on 800 Pound Gorilla. I would kill myself. I'm pretty close to killing myself, you guys. Just want to let you know, casually. I know this is on you. You need to help promote my special, and if you don't, I'm gonna kill myself. That's on you. Anyways, I saw this video, and it was a girl filming her boyfriend and their dog on the couch. And, well, it was a compilation. It was like this edited together video of the caption off the top. It said, "My dog and my boyfriend are the same soul in two different bodies." And you see that caption and you're like, oh, that's so cute. That is so ideal and cute and wonderful. And what a beautiful relationship. And I can't wait to, oh, wow. Each one of these clips is just the boyfriend slouched on the couch wearing like I forget what team, LA Dodgers, just watching baseball. Every clip cut and pasted together was the boyfriend wearing LA Dodgers memorabilia, watching baseball, motionlessly on the couch, and the frumpy dog just kind of sitting there, napping beside him. it's like, these are the saggiest. If they share a soul, that tracks, because these are the laziest, frumpiest frump bags. You guys are all just, you're just a couple of fucking sacks sitting around just watching baseball all day long. Do they do anything? Does your boyfriend do anything else? Does he have a personality? It was just him watching the LA Dodgers with the dog napping beside him. Like, oh, same soul, different bodies. Yeah, because that soul is lazy and it's distributing itself among many different bodies to share the workload because their soul is lazy. Oh, did you hear me fart? I farted. I hope that didn't go into the microphone. I did. My anus is pointing right into this fan that's pointed right back at me. Oh! Oh! Wow. Can you imagine what a backfire that would be if the position I'm in, my anus is pointed right at this fan that's blowing back at me. It's such a good thing I lit that apple cinnamon candle, because I just farted right back into my own mouth. Ew! 3 pints challenge. You buy them, I'll drink them. Fucking hell. Ew! Fucking hell. Okay, gonna put this gently back down so it doesn't go ba-dump. We are quickly approaching the end of this episode. We are quickly approaching the end of this episode of PodGis, and I gotta be honest, I don't really want to stop, but I would love to have a snack, and it's almost 1 o'clock, and I should upload this and rest my voice and just turn off the lights and practice speaking sensually to myself. Wow, some of these notes seem really old. Real old. Old news. Old news. Certain ironic tragedy. Yeah, I'll just read this. When it comes to the story of that former fireman Edward Thomas Ryan coming out as gay in his obituary, I wrote, there's a power in that. Even though he may claim he never had the, quote, courage to come out while he lived, there's a certain ironic, tragic extra power in being the image of a repressed, closeted life. Ooh, this is a good point. There is a certain power in being a tragic figure, I guess is more or less what I was saying earlier. And the liberation you miss out on being closeted. He never wanted to come out, and his death was almost necessary to convey the tragedy of his life. So, yeah, that was essentially my point. There is still a triumphant, I don't want to call it pathetic. It's not pathetic. Depends. I guess it is a pitiful thing. It does invoke pity to come out after you're dead and not get to experience what that feels like to be out to your family. Although, how did he hide having a boy for 25 years to his own family? Did he just tell people, oh, did he tell people it was his roommate and friend? And when they were like, is that your boyfriend? He would be like, no, are you stupid? It's 2024. You can be friends with your roommate. Oh, oh, oh. I don't want you guys to think that I'm lying about my roommate and friend. We're not dating. He's my best friend and also my roommate. This isn't a case of Edward Thomas Ryan. I'm not using my roommate as a beard. Wait, no, that's not a beard. I'm not lying about my relationship to my roommate and friend, one person, not two. Gah! You got me. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Gah! I don't know what to call this episode. Abando Lambo? Maybe? I did say that. I mean, I talked about how wet my thighs are for a good portion. Wet thigh, dry thigh. Wet thigh, dry thigh. That'll be it. I'll just fucking call it that. Call it a day. Yeah. We did it. Look at that. I'm past the hour. We're calling it. I'm going to, plus, it's a lot of work. Remuxing. That's a thing, by the way. I'm not just making up words. I have to remux this file into, from MV to fucking, I gotta remux it, and then I gotta, go to Adobe Premiere, and I gotta, to add the pre-thing, like, I gotta edit the intro with my logo and stuff, and then I have to upload the, this video, and then I gotta export it, that takes a while, and then I gotta upload it to YouTube, and that takes a while, and then I gotta write the description, and that takes a while, because I gotta watch this whole fucking thing over again, and sort of half fast forward past it, and then I gotta also write all the hashtags for it, and then I gotta fucking upload, and then I gotta fucking also do, the audio version, I gotta upload that, and I gotta edit that, and I gotta do the audio editing, and I have to chop it, and add the theme song at the beginning, and I gotta cut the theme song in the middle, and add the second half of the theme song, add it to the end, and I gotta save it, and I gotta do noise profile, and then I have to apply the noise profile to the whole thing, and I gotta normalize the whole thing, and then I gotta save it, and I gotta export the audio as well separately, which, by the way, I have to export the audio from the video file from Adobe Premiere in order to be able to use it on Audacity. I gotta export the audio from Adobe Premiere on Audacity. I gotta do that after I'm done exporting the video, because that comes first, and then I gotta upload that, and then I gotta wait on that video and wait on that, and then I gotta upload audio and do that part. Maybe I'll do that first so I can write the description while the video's uploaded. If you guys tuned out yet, you're looking at the time left and you're like, hurry up, hurry up. Anyways, this has been PodGis. Hey, thank you for watching it, and welcome back, and welcome new listeners, and tell people about me, tell people about my special if you think they'll enjoy this slumdoggery, this nonsense, this me riffing for an hour with no gimmicks. I need to come up with a gimmick for you to be interested out of nowhere, but if I've already hooked your interest, then holy moly, congratulations on having a good attention span, and congratulations on me for bringing in people to watch this without a fucking gimmick, without a, hey, we're gonna take 5 headlines and we're gonna imagine what it's like if Fred Flintstone was the guy instead of whoever the headline is about. We're just gonna put in Hanna-Barbera characters, we're gonna sub in all the people, we're gonna take all the Florida Man headlines, and we're gonna sub in Hanna-Barbera cartoons. We're gonna do that every single week. We're gonna do a Hanna-Barbera character of the week. Fucking this week it's a Yogi Bear. Hey, I just came up with that on the spot. That's my new podcast. Sorry, last episode. This is the last episode of PodGis for pivoting into Hanna-Barbera headlines. That's what I'm calling it. There we go. Hanna-Barbera headlines coming at you next week. Join my Patreon for full 2-hour, 3-hour episodes of Hanna-Barbera headlines. Okay, that's enough. Thanks for listening. I'm Ava Val. Bye. Bye.